raps, I'm raw running for the flex. Pete told me I was next. I'm coming for next, it really isn't no question. Only superheroes in this section.
Ladies and gentlemen, you see the thumbnail, you see the title. Welcome back to a very special episode. Tonight we are doing an Eternals movie review. The Wizard and I saw the movie yesterday, and boy oh boy, we were surprised, startled, confused, very, very confused, and insightful. A lot of hopes for the future of the MCU. So without any more that, I think we're gonna just get right into it. Mr. Wizard, do you have anything to add to that?
This universe is ever expanding, Raheem. Don't get too attached. Don't get attached to this universe.
Don't get too attached. That's a quote from the movie that we're about to talk about right now. Before we get started, check out the affiliate links down below in the description. Not enough time to go over all of them, but I'll just highlight Multiverse Comic Box, Bluehost web hosting site, TubeBuddy, YouTube's browser extension, Fiverr services are down, link below. I think that's all of them. Just Water, of influencer link is down below. Check out all the products, the camera, the mics, all of that in the description down below. Without any more distractions or disruptions, Mr. Wizard, let's just start off by saying this movie it exceeded my expectations intellectually.
It was a lot.
It expanded my head in a good way, in a very good way, I have to say.
There's one thing I want to point out right off the bat.
Yo.
The Celestials. That quote that Weezy pulled from one of them. That dude was massive.
Okay. For the audience, if you do not know what a Celestial is, we've talked about it in this channel like 3 months ago.
Also spoilers.
Oh, yes. Sorry. If you have not, I forgot to do my thing. If you have not seen this movie, stop the video. You should have already stopped the video. Why are you still here? Carry your behind to the movie theater and go see it. Eternals. It's out now. Go see it. All right? All of you are here? Still here? Cool. You've seen it. Let's get to it.
Yeah.
Bro.
That Celestial was a big boy.
Bro.
He was a big boy.
Okay, let me just explain. For those of you who do not know, if Eternals was your first Marvel movie, I'm so sorry. Your brain probably hurts. But a Celestial is a cosmological concept. It is the thing we have been talking about on this channel since day one. A Celestial. Yeah. I'm just going to talk about the Celestial's face. Just for a second. Just the face.
I swear to God, if you talk about overspace and underspace, parallel, intersecting.
No.
I swear to God.
No. I said face.
I swear to God, I will kick this camera.
No. I said face. We're going to talk about the Celestial's, his head. We're going to talk about his head.
Okay. My ears were ringing for a second.
It's okay.
I was about to kick this camera. I was about to kick this monitor.
Okay. So a Celestial's, just his head. Just so you know, the Eternals are human sized. The Eternals are not necessarily massive people. They're human sized with cosmic powers, essentially. Like, they're very powerful. Way more powerful than the Avengers. Way more powerful. A Celestial's face is literally, how can it? Let me just do this.
Imagine 2/3 of his head is the entire screen.
Yes.
Like, Celestials have 6 eyes. Only 2 of those eyes were on screen. And within this small section of it is the Eternal. This small section of the screen, where my finger is right now. They are grains of rice to the Celestials. They are as big as a grain of rice to them.
An Eternal is literally, they literally contain cosmic powers. A person with cosmic powers is this big compared to someone who is literally a cosmological concept. An Eternal's hand a Celestial's hand is literally bigger than the continent of Africa. I want you to paint that picture. I know it's really hard for you to grasp, but this is Africa, right? Pretend this is Africa. This is Celestial's hand. I kid you not. That's his hand. When the Celestial was like, you remember in the movie, I'm kind of jumping around. When the Celestial was about to get out of the water, when the new birth of a Celestial was coming, like we were confused. We were like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, is that the thumb? The thumb was bigger than the volcano. Like,
I thought it was something. I thought it was something that couldn't be said on a PG-13 channel. I'm behaving today. I'm behaving today.
Are you really?
I didn't say it, did I? I didn't say it, did I?
Why? But that was okay. Anyway, moving along. No, obviously.
So his hand is rising out of the ground. They look like literal ants to him.
Yes.
He's rising out of the ground. Then his head, like literally just this top part of his head is out of the water and is taking up almost the entire screen.
Crazy. A Celestial is huge. And then we quoted in the beginning, the Celestial's role is basically to make sure they've been here since the beginning of time. Essentially, they were here in the beginning of the creation of the universe. They have been here, which we've talked about before, which is, I don't understand why I still lost. I brought every single Celestial and I lost all of them, but that's another video. But that quote that we said earlier, you know, they have 6 eyes and all of that. They were basically informed. They basically were told, I'm confusing. The Eternals were told by the Celestial to not interfere with. So when Thanos came, they were told not to interfere, right? And so he informed. I forgot the names, but one of the leaders of the Eternals. He informed her. He was like, "Don't get too attached." Ajax. Don't get too.
He told that to Cersei.
Cersei.
Yeah, Cersei.
Okay. Cersei. And he's like, don't get too attached. Right? Because the Celestial's role is to, every million years or something like that, a new Celestial is born in Earth or in that planet. And so go ahead.
For all my anime fans out there, for all my fellow anime fans out there, y'all know this quote. Y'all know where it's from. Before creation must come destruction. For a Celestial to be born, for a Celestial to be born in order to create other universes or other planets, a planet must be sacrificed.
Yep.
His emergence causing the death of every single living being on that planet.
Literally.
That is why they were told, don't get attached.
Because
don't get attached.
Once you don't understand. Okay, like in labor, in birth, in human birth, a baby's born, cool. You know, the hospital doesn't, get destroyed. Imagine Celestial being born in a hospital. The whole world gone just because of the birth of a Celestial. That's literally because it's so big. It just destroys everything because it just everything just gone.
You know what? I'm gonna cast an even wider net for all the Steven Universe fans out there. Basically, the cluster when it was coming out, the cluster when it was forming. Imagine that. There you go. I'm casting a wider net.
But yeah, that's basically it. Was really the Celestials, like understanding who they are, and of course the Eternals as well. And we gotta talk about this too. There was a lot of DC references in this movie. I've never seen so many DC references in a Marvel movie in my life. That is the first time I've seen. Okay, so the first one, they talked about Batman, right? They had a Batman. What was the reference of Batman? They were like, I forgot. Do you remember?
Like, I think. Dang it. I think it was in reference to, I think they were talking about the event. I think they were talking about the Avengers or something like that. Like they're doing all this Batman stuff out here or something like that.
Mm-hmm. That was the first one. We were like, I looked at Mr. Wizard. I was like, why are they bringing that? I was like, that was okay. That was kind of cool, I guess. And then
You know, it would have been okay as a one if it was just a one-time thing,
yeah,
but
yeah,
it's not.
exactly, exactly. Because later in that same movie, they talk about when Icarus. I remember him and
Yeah,
Cersei visited
yeah,
his house,
uh, yeah. Festus,
Festus, his house, and
the black dude.
yes, the black dude, and he was like, the kid, his son was like, "You're like Superman. You're like Clark
I
Kent."
saw you're like Superman. You're flying around with a cape. I
He's
don't
like,
wear capes.
that I was like, hold up. Why did you continue that? Wait a minute. Hold up. Marvel, what are you trying to
And
say?
then they mentioned Clark Kent. And then they mentioned Clark Kent.
So Marvel, so you're telling me Marvel, which they did in the comics, Marvel and DC did crossover in the comics, but you're telling me in a live action movie, they actually acknowledge a DC universe, let alone is it in the same universe? Because
Yeah, he mentioned it. They know they exist.
so if they know they exist, and there, which means that
Right.
that's crazy.
We gotta save that for a theory video. We gotta
Yes.
save that for that's a whole video. That's a theory video right there.
Yeah, bro.
They planning something. They can't just drop it in there and expect us not to think of it.
Exactly. Exactly. It was in there 3 times. And then the third or the fourth one, there was a Star Wars book. That was a small Easter egg.
Yeah. In that same scene.
I was
That's
like,
at least
Star
more
Wars?
reasonable. That's at least more. That's at least slightly more reasonable since Disney does own them. But that does imply. Do they like? Because it is basically our world. Because it is basically our world. That means they do have Star Wars.
Wait. But the Star Wars was like a book. The Star Wars was like what we are right now. It was like a book. Does that mean that they're just, oh, Star Wars is just a movie, or is Star Wars like a real thing?
Ooh.
Well,
Okay,
we'll save it.
We gotta segue. We gotta segue this because we gotta save that for a theory. That's a whole video.
Yeah.
That's a whole video.
All
right. The Eternals themselves.
Mhm.
The Eternals themselves. I do love how they are handled. Like they do talk about like the issues of being immortal. Perfect example, Sprite. Because like she was created as basically a child. She can never grow up. She can never experience all these things. She can never experience the tragedy that is adulthood. And she is envious of that.
For some
Like
reason.
the hypnotizing dude, Druid, they explore him being mad because of their non-involvement clause. They're having to see all these wars happening over and over again and aren't allowed to get involved. Like not allowed to get involved. This man sees the collapse of the Aztec Empire. He sees the invasion of the Spanish people, and he's not allowed to intervene. He's seeing all this bloodshed, but he's not allowed to intervene. And he's mad, and that is reasonable. Like we were saying the entire time during the movie, where were you when all this stuff was going down? Yeah. Where were you?
Yeah.
And with Festus, like he's coming to realize just how destructive technology can be.
Hiroshima.
Like just how, this beautiful scene where they show the last time that they saw him was in Hiroshima when we dropped the bomb on the Japanese. He was immediately regretting it. Like, I helped them do this. I helped them create this.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm glad they included this. Like he is just looking at all the ashes of what he caused because technology goes too far. It goes too far sometimes. I just love how they explore that.
I did too. I liked there were some really, of course, Bollywood. I mean, who can forget Bollywood? Like that junk was hilarious. But like the Indian guy, his photographer, the scene where he was like, he said his goodbyes. That was noble of him.
Oh, yeah, where like as far as he knew, the world was going to end. Like they wouldn't be able to stop Icarus, who just turned on all of them. They wouldn't be able to stop him. There is no way to stop the Titan from emerging. So he's just about to leave and just says, "From all of humanity, thank you for everything that you have done for us."
Mhm.
I'm just like, that man is a G. He just accepts his fate graciously. That is a G right there.
It really is. I knew he was he has a good heart. That man, the photographer. He's funny too. He was really funny. I did like him. But yeah. he kept pulling out extra cameras when they kept destroying it. He kept pulling out extra cameras.
He's packing them. Like he just loves being involved. He's like Dopender from Deadpool. He's just happy to be involved. Just happy to be involved.
They're both Indian.
Oh yeah, they are.
That's crazy.
Coincidence. Marvel, are you trying to say something?
Was that a Deadpool Easter egg? No, that's
Well, he is a part of it. All right.
Yeah.
All right. What's next you want to cover? What's next you want to look at?
The big one, their memories, how the Eternals are supposed to not interfere, but also their memories. All right, celestial responsibility memories.
Yeah. Every time they destroy, every time a new celestial emerges, they get their memories wiped or stored away.
Except for Athena.
Well, she does get, but she is regaining her memories, which is causing her to flip out. Like, which completely causes her to flip out. Like, she starts trying to stop them from doing what they're doing because now she remembers what they were made to do, why they were created.
Yeah, if you really think about it, it's like, who was right and who's wrong? You know, because Celestial's role is what's for the greater good. The Eternal's role is what is for humanity. But they're still following the Celestial because they don't want to be disobedient to a cosmological concept. I get it. Like you don't want to make him mad, but at the same time, it's like, but people are dying, right? These planets are being destroyed with these people on them. And now Earth is about to be one of them, as we saw in the movie. Earth was going to be it. But Xerxes came in clutch, and really all of them, really, except for Icarus. Icarus, you did not help. Shame on you. You off-brand Bucky. You're an off-brand Winter Soldier. That's what you are.
I'm glad somebody else mentioned that. I'm glad somebody else said that. I'm glad I wasn't the only one who noticed.
What?
But like I said, he looks like an off-brand Bucky.
Thank you. Like that man. Yes, I was like, Bucky.
Like I said this at some point during the movie. Like I said this at some point. Like when they were talking, like they're just people. Like this is just one planet. These people don't really deserve what we're doing for them. And I'm just like, you're not wrong. You're not really wrong. We're kind of doing half of your job by ourselves. We're already destroying our own planet by ourselves. We don't really need a celestial to come in and finish the job. We're already kind of the biggest threat to ourselves, let alone the whatever they're called, the deviants coming in. We're already a threat to ourselves. The deviants are just basically on cleanup duty.
The deviants and the emergents, are those separate or are they the same thing?
Yeah. The deviants are just those those predators. The emergence is the celestial coming out.
Okay. That's what I was thinking, the emergence. And then, okay, we got to talk about that one deviant who turned into like a big avatar, like ×2, like that dude.
Yeah.
That confused me.
Because you were asking me, like, all right, so spoilers, it kills Ajax. It kills the mom, basically the mom of the Eternals.
Yeah.
He was asking me, how did he do that? How they're immortal. How did she die? I answered to him, Like, because in an earlier scene, we saw she had the power to heal. And when we first got introduced to that specific deviant, he had the power to heal himself.
Yep.
So I figured he must have somehow ate her soul or something like that and stole her powers. That's how she died.
He did.
And then it got revealed. Icarus. That dude, that a-hole Icarus.
How dare you? How dare you?
Because like she was like Ajax, she was planning on basically doing what Cersei was doing, trying to save humanity because she knows what they're doing. Maybe these people don't deserve this. And Ajax literally throws her to the wolves. Literally throws her to the wolves and lets her get eaten.
Icarus. Those are
Because we're not supposed. Icarus. Because they are not allowed to disobey the Celestial. They're not allowed to obey whatever the Celestial's name is in this one. Whatever that dude's name is.
Ishkarim. Isaac.
I think it might be Ishkarim.
Ishkarim. Yeah, that's the name of the Celestial that they were. This is the red one. This is the red Celestial. And by the way, these aren't just regular wolves. These are literally deviants in the shape of wolves. So deviants are like they look like AT&T power cords, but like monsters, basically.
Wait. You remember those animals from the Transformers movie? The Transformers animals, those panthers and stuff.
Yes.
Basically them.
But just a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
A little bit bigger. And then they were
Ishkarim's first plan. They were his first option. But he released them to basically start eliminating predators so some populations can rise. But then they themselves become apex predators and start killing pretty much everything there, which leads to the creation of the Eternals.
Yep.
Okay,
we gotta talk about that one deviant. Why was that one deviant dog, whatever it was, beast, turned into some avatar bulky? It was like bigger than the Avatar, like the Avatar characters. It was like bigger. It had more eyes. It had like 4 eyes.
Right.
Like I don't understand. I still don't understand how it did that.
Because it basically absorbed the Eternals. It started taking traits of them. Not just taking their powers, like you see with Ajax and rest in peace Gilgamesh. He was a G.
Gilgamesh, man. It was like a shorter version of Atlas.
Yeah. It didn't just take their powers, it also took their essence. It became them.
Yeah.
It became them, or at least as close to an imitation of them as he could do. And as you saw in that very similar scene, him sharing some of that essence with the other deviants caused them to evolve. Like one of them grew wings. One of them became way more bigger, more vicious. Yeah. I think the Eternal's essence just kind of evolves them. It just kind of causes them to go up the next tier of evolution.
A lot of cosmological concepts in this movie, basically what we're saying. This is the most I've asked questions in a movie. I was so confused in this movie.
These dudes are the Eternals. They're pretty much based off of cosmological concepts, or they themselves became cosmological concepts. Mm-hmm. Because they came to the planet right at the start of civilization, they pretty much became the mythological gods. They pretty much set the precedent for them. Because coincidentally, all of them are named after gods or mythological creatures. All of them.
which we will talk about in a part 2 of this episode because this is way it will get so deep. We're already y'all saw how many moments in this video where we almost like went on a tangent. Like this is a broad topic. This is not just some simple topic. But Mr. Wizard, I think we shall conclude with this video. I think basically we'll summarize. The movie was good. If you want to learn, if you've seen most of the Marvel movies, and you want to continue the Marvel, lineage of watching the movies, I think you should go see Eternals. I think it's important to go see. And also this, Mr. Wizard, you sure you're ready for that?
Are you sure? I was about to do that. I was about to do that when you were getting ready to end it. I was getting ready to do that when you were about to end the episode.
We can both do it.
I was about to say, Mr. Raheem, you're about to end the episode. Are you sure you're ready for that?
Mr. Wizard, we are about to end the episode. We're about to conclude it. Are you sure you want to do this outro?
Y'all will see. I bet this is gonna be this whole reveal is probably gonna be a 3-parter because we getting real close. We getting real close to going on so many different tangents. But y'all know what y'all need to do though. Y'all will see those other parts. Y'all will see them come out when they come out. Y'all will see them. Y'all will see them. Because y'all will have done several things, in fact, in this order. Y'all will have hit that like button, hit that comment down below, comment button, comment down below who y'all want to see in the What If series, what y'all want us to cover. Just tell us what y'all want to see. And y'all really want to see those next parts. Y'all really want to see them. Y'all know what y'all need to do. Y'all know what y'all need to do. Y'all need to put some pressure on that notification bell and subscribe to the What If series for more content. I hope you enjoyed the show.
Dang. Mr. Wizard, are you sure they're ready for that?
All I'm saying, don't get too attached. It's either that or don't get too attached.
Don't get too attached. Unless it's this channel. If it's this channel, we're okay with you getting attached to the channel. We are.
Get very attached. Unless YouTube falls off the face of the earth, get attached.